Let me ask you a question. Do you know what you have been birthed on this planet to do? Do you have an inkling of what that thing is? Do you know what that is? Today, we're going to look at how you can, or the fact that you can manifest power. And I'm going to show you how. I'm going to show you like 4 definitions that's going to lead us to exactly manifesting what it is that you desire the most. And it starts with what is it that I actually want to accomplish, or what is it that I want to possess? What do I have a yearning for? And that yearning is what's going to pull us toward the power that we have and possess right now. So thank you guys for joining me for another episode of the Account for Life podcast. Jay Moore, the Healthy Accountant, helping you to account for your life. And what an awesome, incredible day it is. Just glad to be alive, man. Glad to come back again and share the power that is flowing through me. And so today we're looking at manifestation. We're going to look at 4 definitions that lead us to this manifestation of power. And the first definition we're going to tackle is this thing called psychology. Psychology. I remember being in college, and there were a few of my friends was in the psychology program. They were studying psychology. I didn't know what the heck psychology was, but what I did know is that one of my friends who studied psychology, or at least he got a degree in psychology, he always asked questions. He was always asking questions. They were dumb questions. Sometimes they were dumb questions, but it seemed like he was always inquisitive. And back then, I'm like 20, 21, I wasn't even that inquisitive. So psychology, I didn't understand it. Didn't know what it was. So what is psychology? I'm going to tell you exactly what it is. Mental attitude. Mental attitude. And so if we pull away mental, just put attitude. Our attitude is what psychology is. Last night I didn't want to watch basketball. I was just like, no basketball tonight. I don't want to watch it. I know what's going to happen. It was obvious to me what was going to happen. I said, I can't do it. It's no point in watching. So I didn't turn the basketball games on last night. And I said, and I had been watching some other things that, it's like, oh, it's cool. And I'm just like, it's taking me down the rabbit hole. I didn't want to go down the rabbit hole, but I wanted something, or I was really looking for something that was just almost like energize me. Do you know who I ran into last night on YouTube? Tony Robbins. I run into a program that Tony Robbins just did on Friday, a 5-hour program. Do you know, for people like me, when I see something is long, I'm happy I'm happy because I know it's not going to end really fast and I'll get a lot. But the other part is, I know I'm going to have to probably keep skipping a bunch of ads, which I don't mind doing. I was like, 5 hours. Now think about the psychology I had right there. My attitude right there about a 5-hour program. I knew I wasn't going to watch the whole 5 hours last night. I just knew that this is something that I need. And it was talking about this psychology that I need, that I needed right then and there. I was just like, yo, this is bananas. And so Tony Robbins doing this Tony Robbins thing. And I love it. I love Tony. I love what he's been able to accomplish he says he's been doing it 47 years. I said, man, this is amazing. So one of the first takeaways from last night was, if you're going to be successful doing anything, 80% of your success will be directly connected to your psychology. The psychology that you possess. And psychology is your attitude. He said only 20% is strategy. Now, here's the thing. You can take the 20% and you can get somewhere with the 20%. Typically, what happens with that 20%, if the psychology doesn't change, then things won't change, or things go back to the way they used to be. And it was a statistic, I can't remember what it was, but it was most people who sprint out, earn a bunch of money, millions of dollars, if there's like when their psychology doesn't change, usually after 3 years, they're back at the beginning. They're back to where they started. So we're talking about manifesting your power. You can manifest your power. Now, you've got the psychology. Psychology is what you will need in order to manifest your power. What else are you going to need when it comes to psychology? I mean, when it comes to manifestation of your power, you're going to need desire. Desire. I'm going to read an excerpt from this book here, The Science of Getting Rich. You will get rich most easily in point of effort if you do that for which you are best fitted, but you will get rich most satisfactorily if you do that which you want to do or which you desire to do. Doing what you desire to do in life, and there is no real satisfaction in living if we are compelled to be forever doing something which we do not like and can never do what we desire to do. And it is certain that you can do what you desire to do. The desire to do it is proof that you have within you the power which can do it. Now, here's the statement for today. Desire is a manifestation of power. Prior to saying desire is a manifestation of power, what he said was desire is proof that you can do it. What's the problem? See, we get to an impasse when we start asking, wait a second, I have this desire. I have this desire, and desire is a yearning for something, a longing. It's an emotional, it's a strong feeling, worthy or unworthy, that impels to the attainment or possession of something that is, in reality or imagination, within reach. Desire. Now, what is manifest? Manifest is the display or show that something has already happened. Clear, it's obvious to the mind that something has happened. Now, the thing about manifestation that we have to really get a hold of is this. Manifestation starts in the mind. It starts in our imagination, and it starts in our psychology. See, if my attitude doesn't change, and I'm gonna tell you, man, I hit one of these walls 2 days ago. And sometimes you're wondering, why am I feeling this way? My desire for the results are so great that sometimes you can get frustrated. Sometimes you get frustrated with yourself because sometimes it's me that's holding me back. Nobody else. One of the things that I've been working with myself on is no one can make me happy. No one, I'm not saying people can't make me happy. I can't say my wife can make me happy. What I'm saying is it's not their job to make me happy. It's my job to make me happy. Whatever happens with people around me or other things, that's great. That's gravy when people can make you happy. What someone does makes you happy. But I said, no one can make me happy. I have to control my emotional state. I have to control my psychology, because being happy is a state of mind. It's a state of mind. Being happy is not coming from the external. See, a lot of times we use external to get happy. Oh man, this just happened, so I'm happy. It comes from the internal. Being happy starts on the inside. That's why it says joy. Joy. You have to have joy within yourself. See, we're talking about you can manifest power, and manifesting your power starts in your psychology. And we've already revealed that psychology is your attitude. That's the attitude that we have. I can wake up every day, no matter what my circumstance is, and I can say it's an excellent day. It's raining outside. It's an excellent day. It's a magnificent day. I can change my state. Tony did some stuff last night, which I love Tony, because what Tony teaches is that to really get things done, you have to be able to change your state. And I remember being at a Tony Robbins event back when I was in network marketing, and I was in there firsthand. It was wild. I was like, I couldn't believe Tony had us jumping around, high five, and doing all kind of crazy things. I was just like, this is interesting. But he's absolutely true that when we change our state, all of a sudden we get powerful. So it's kind of like Tony I want to stand up, and my desk is not positioned right. What Tony does is Tony gets us ready. He gets a person ready to get to where it is they want to go. Where do you want to go? All right. If you could manifest, let me ask you a question. If you could manifest the exact power, yep, I'm talking to you. If you could manifest the exact power, the exact result that you desired, what would that be? Answer that question seriously. If you could manifest it, and manifest is when we can clearly see it. So we've gotten that definition. We know what manifestation is. And then we know what starts the manifestation process. It's the psychology. It's the attitude. And just like Wallace Waddle said in this book, desire is a manifestation of power. And what is desire? What is that? You know what desire is? Does anyone know what desire is? Desire is of the Father. That's what it means. See, desire is that thing that we have within us. Where is God? Where is God? Where is God? Where is God? Oh, he's in the heavens. That's not where God is. God's not in the heavens. God is clearly within you and clearly within me. So if you believe that there is this entity called God, then what that means is I have to come under the psychology that God rests within me. So whatever's on the inside of me is what's going to be produced. Now this is the challenge and the problem before we get out of here today. We've put so many things on the inside of us that what we start manifesting are all the problems, all the lack, all the situations that we don't really like to have, or situations that we don't want, that we don't desire to be in. We start allowing that to come out of us. So this is going to be fast. So how does one manifest their power? But seek first the kingdom. We talked about that the other day, but we're going to move to a different text that I realized starts it all. Faith now. Is faith now or now faith? Now faith. Now faith. Right now faith. Right now having the mental attitude that what I desire is already available. Now faith. What I desire is the substance of things hoped for and the evidence of things not seen. So my desire to have, to be, and to do whatever it is that I would like to do starts and ends with the fact that we must possess faith in what we see. See, not having faith about the things that we desire is like saying that I just don't want them. I just don't. I It's so interesting with these two words, desire and want, because they're not the same, and yet we use them synonymously. So I'm sitting here like literally having to think about when I use that other word. So we've been programmed so much to basically shoot ourselves in the foot when we don't see it manifest. We're looking for the manifestation and it's not happening. But we must possess now faith, which is the attitude that what I see clearly in my mind, what I desire clearly in this yearning, in this emotional feeling of what it is that I ultimately would like to have, that it's actually happening. And I'm going to tell you, this gets a little challenging. It gets very challenging. So the one thing that Tony said last night is that when you get into these states where things, you actually working off a low energy, he says, get up, move around, jump around, breathe, 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 breathe. Put life back into your body. And when you put life back into your body, that's why exercise is so important. When you put life back into your body, then life comes out of your body. And that's how you manifest power. You use your psychology, attitude. You take your desire, which is of the Father. And then you take this now faith that produces power, which is, in the definition of power, the ability to do something. That's in essence what everyone's looking for. Everyone's looking for the ability to do something. What is it that you would like to do? What new abilities would you like to have? You already have it in you. You've already thought about it. You know what it is. Now all you have to do is follow this attitude. Change your attitude. Bam, do that. Get your desires in check, where whatever your desires is, you know what they are. And then produce your power with now faith. Produce it. That's it. So guys, that's it for today. Make sure you go grab one of those copies of Living Life on the Next Level from Amazon. You can get one of those copies from me. Just comment below. You want a signed copy with a note from me. What is the key to this book? And it's going to be written right in the beginning of the book. I'm going to read that, sign my name to you specifically, and let me get one of those out to you with that in it. So if you would like that book, make sure you comment below. And also, look, if you just want to get it really fast and you got an Amazon Prime, go grab it on Amazon. You can get both of those books, Living Life on the Next Level and Next Level Faith, which, hey man, if you want to have next level faith, just beware. Next level trial, next level situations is going to be coming. So guys, thank you so much for joining me to this episode of the Account for Life podcast. Jay Moore, the Healthy Accountant, helping you to account for your life. God bless, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.
This has been the Account for Your Life podcast with your host, the Healthy Accountant himself, Jay Moore. Until next time, make it a great day.